Hello everyone, welcome to World FX Club. In this video, we'll talk about how do we use Capital's trading platform and how is it different than using MetaTrader 4. A lot of brokers offer third-party MetaCourse software which is known as MetaTrader 4 and 5. So we will study and we will see what are the difference uh, in Capital's trading platform and MetaTrader 4. Alright, so we'll keep a look at these 3 points. We will study how do you buy and sell and add stop loss and take profits in Capital's trading platform. How is it different from MetaTrader 4? And how do you analyze product using technical and fundamental ways itself in the Capital trading platform? Okay, so this is how it looks like. This is Capital's trading platform, and this is how MetaTrader 4 looks like, right? So you have products here, all the products are here. How do you add a product in MetaTrader 4? Right click, you say you want to hide all the products or show all the products, or you want to see the symbols, so you click here, maximize, minimize, and you can add products here, right? Click, show, and it gets added, right? And this is Capital's trading platform. Whatever you want to trade or search, just type here and the product will come. So let's say I want to trade Bitcoin, so I'll write Bitcoin and Bitcoin USD will come up, right? So it's easier just to search and you'll get the product, right? So let's just first have a look at Capital's trading platform and how do you actually buy and sell, right? So once you have Bitcoin here, right? Once you click on Bitcoin, the trade window gets open here. So you have market info and you have trade. Trade window is where you actually put buy or sell. So if you're expecting price to go up, you'll click on buy and then you choose quantity and then you use your stop loss and take profit and then you click on buy button and the trade gets open. Let's suppose you're expecting price to go down, so it's vice versa. You click on sell, fill all the details here and then you press sell button, right? The good part here is that once you click on any product, you have two things. You have trade window where you actually put a trade, and you have market info window where you actually read about this particular product. So let's say we want to read what is the market sentiment. So we know that there are 82% buyers in the market and these buyers are pushing price higher. So these are the fundamental ways that you can read about this particular product while you're trading, right? So what time the market opens for Bitcoin and what are the trading hours, right? What currency is it? How much margin? What is leverage? Overnight fee? All these details are readily available on the screen for you to read and understand. If you do not have information what Bitcoin is, you go down, it'll give you a basic description about the particular product and the important news related to that product, right? So everything is available on the single screen. You don't have to toggle, you don't have to go to some other website or to understand, or what, everything is readily available. Now let's compare it with MetaTrader 4. So now I do not have a search button, so I cannot search just Bitcoin. So I should know what is the symbol they have put in here, right? So let's just try to look at it. So let me just, so yeah, BTC USD is here. So, now let's say I want to trade, right? So I have a button here called new order. Once I click new order, it will just give me a screen where I can buy and sell and put stop loss and take profit. Very similar. Sorry, this is US oil. Let me just drag this here. The chart gets open and then I have to click on new order, right? So this window is open and it will tell you only the same things, almost the same thing. So it will tell you the quantity, stop loss and take profit, and then you click on buy or sell, right? But let's say you want to know that how much leverage are you getting, how much margin it will hold. This information is not readily available here, right? So you have to right click, go to specification, and that information is here, right? Right, and the contract size is the quantity that, so sometimes what happens is each broker will define one contract size means how many units, right? So when you right click on that and you go to a new order, this volume, this one means how many Bitcoin, right? So it gives you a little description here, but that depends upon broker to broker. So MetaTrader 4 is not giving you a lot of information about that product, right? It is not telling you how much margin are you going to consume when you place this trade. A lot of information is hidden, or a lot of information is not readily available about that particular product. Let's say I want to understand what Bitcoin is. I want to read about it. I want to understand, and then I want to trade. Let's say I want to read a news, right? So that information is not readily available, right? So you can always click on news, but then you'll get all the general news about all the products, but that is not particularly available for Bitcoin or for any product. Let's say you want to trade, but the trade is almost similar, but you have a lot of information available in Capital's trading platform. Let's just try to understand more about it. Okay, let's say now we are going back to our first point and actually placing up a trade, right? So how do you buy and sell product and add stop loss and take profit? So let's take a very small quantity of Bitcoin USD, right? So I'm expecting price to go up from here, right? So I'll click on buy. The trade window gets open and I'll choose the least quantity, right? So whenever I'm changing the quantity, the margin is changing, right? It is telling me upfront that out of $1,000 available balance, how much margin I am consuming to place this particular quantity, right? So let me just reduce it to 0.1. Let me just type it 0.1, right? So if I buy 0.1 quantity, $117.71 gets consumed from my equity, from my available equity, right? Now let's just go here and see what Bitcoin has to tell us. So let's say I want to trade new and I want to select one. Now if I am not sure whether selecting one quantity, or let's say 0.1 quantity, or let's say 0.5 quantity, it is not telling me that how much margin out of $100,000 I am consuming, right? So that information is not readily available. So this is one thing that you need to look at. All the new traders, they need to understand that when they are trading with leverage, they have to always control the risk, right? So when you have to control the risk, you have to always understand that how much margin are you consuming. If you're consuming so much margin from your available equity, that means you're taking so much risk. And because you have taken leverage, you might get liquidated, right? So you have to always keep in mind, always try to understand that leverage, very high leverage is not very good for a newbie traders, right? So and that information should be available. You should know that if you're buying 0.5 BTC Bitcoin, you should know that how much margin are you consuming before you even actually enter into the trade, right? That information is not readily available in MetaTrader 4, but that information is readily available in trading in Capital's platform, right? Now let's say I want to buy at this price, and the price is 23,569, right? And I'm expecting price to go to 24,000, right? So I am expecting that, let's just close the price level at 24,000. So I'm expecting price to go to 24,000. I'll select that, and then once I click outside it, it will give me that if you buy here this much quantity, and if price goes to 25,000, this will be your profit, right? And if I say close at loss, it's normal amount, no price. I want price. So let's say I am buying at 23,000. I am expecting if price drops below 23,900, close my trade, and that's the loss I will bear. So if you click on that, it will tell you that the price level is too high because we haven't placed the trade, but 23,000, let's say, because the current price is 23,595, 594. So we have to put the price below that level. So let's say I put 22,900, or let's say 23,000, right? Okay. So once you click on that, it will show you that you have a loss of $60 if you place a trade. So this information is readily available. So let's say if I'm putting a bet and my potential gain is 38 bucks and potential loss is 61 bucks, that kind of risk to reward ratio is not healthy, right? So if I'm winning 38 and I'm losing 61 in this particular trade, I should not take it because risk to reward ratio is not higher, right? Now, if that information is readily available to you before you actually end up taking trade, before you take the trade, the good point is you might not enter into this trade because the risk to reward ratio is less. Now, when you compare this, if I enter the same quantity, let's say 0.1, and I say that this is the price, my take profit will be 24,000 and my stop loss will be 23,000, right? So now I can just buy and sell. It is not telling me that how much margin I'm consuming. If the stop loss will hit, what will be my loss? If the trade profit will hit, what will be my profit? So you have to manually calculate it. You should know what is your margin, what is your leverage, and you have to calculate it before you actually place a trade. So that is not, recommended for a beginner to get into that kind of environment, right? Either you do it, either you should create your own Excel or you do your own calculation before you actually enter the trade. I'm just comparing two platforms, right? So MetaTrader 4 and Capital. What things are available in Capital's platform? What things are not available in MetaTrader 4, right? So so this is okay, right? So how do you place a trade? So let's say if everything is set and I just click on buy, let's say we are entering into the trade. So the trade gets open. Similarly, point one, I want to buy, the trade gets open, right? It's open. So you can see that how much quantity you have bought at what price, what is the stop loss, what is the take profit, what is the price, what is the running loss, right? And if you have a commission, if you have swap charges, everything is here on the screen, right? Same goes to on the trading platform of Capital. So you go to portfolio once you've entered into trade, and it'll tell you that how much quantity you have bought, the open price, the current price, the close, the stop loss limit, and the take profit limit, and the margin that you have consumed, and the current profit and loss, right? Everything is there on the screen, right? So this is very similar, that you get all the details available on the screen, right? So these are the two main things. Right now, talk about analysis, right? Let's say I want to analyze a product. So I want to analyze Bitcoin. So I have to do technical analysis. So this is my chart. I can still use all the drawing tools here. So let's move on to 1 hour chart, and let's say I just want to draw some trend line. So I can still draw a trend line like this, right? And I want to draw, let's say, resistance zone. So I can go here, drawing, insert, let's say channel, let's say shape, let's say rectangle. So I want to draw a, sorry, so insert, channel, shape, rectangle. Let's say I want to draw a resistance here. So you can still do all those things, right? And you can do same things in Capital's trading platform as well. So click here, chart gets, so it's easy to toggle, plus you have lot of trading tools available. You can move the chart, right? And so you can use all the indicators that you want. Then you can change the chart type. Everything is readily available in MetaTrader 4 as well, but you don't have so many chart types. So you have only this bar. This is so you have candlesticks, then you have bar charts, and then you have line chart. Only 3 charts is readily available on MetaTrader 4, but here you have a lot of charts. So you have area, you have line, you have bars, you have all these charts, right? And then you have all the indicators which is there in MetaTrader 4 and here, right? So drawing tool, you can have all the drawing tools. So let's say I want to arrow, right? Say I want to do a trend line, right? So I can still draw a trend line like this. And then let's say I want let's say eclipse, right? So I can do like this, and I can create this zone. So all the drawing tools are available, plus indicators are available. It's almost the same, right? Now what else? So yeah, so how do you buy and sell and add stop loss and take profit while using Capital's trading platform and MetaTrader 4? How do you analyze product using technical and fundamental ways? So you can always use charts in both the platforms, but Capital's trading platform is very good in terms of fundamental analysis. So the product that you're trading, if you click on market info, you will get all that information readily available on the screen. You don't have to go to any other website. However, if you're trading here, you do not have any such tab or any such page where you can go and check the information, right? So this is one drawback of MetaTrader 4, right? Plus, you do not have this information available where you have leverage, margin, and everything. You have to again click product-wise specification to know, right? So if you want to know, let's say Oracle, right? So click on specification. You should know what these numbers are. It is not giving you that much value or that much information. So you have to either call your broker and understand what these numbers mean, and but in capital trading platform, it's very easy. You can just read it. It's very easy for a beginner to understand this platform, and it is little difficult for a beginner to understand MetaTrader 4. They should either check with their brokers what are the contract size of currencies, what are the contract size of stocks. But here, whatever you trade, it gets reflected here. Let's say we'll try one more trade. Let's say we want to trade currencies. Okay, so let's say I want to trade euro versus dollar. So euro versus dollar. So euro versus dollar, I click on that, the trade window gets open. Let's say I'm expecting price to go up. I click on buy. Now when you click on buy, you have this quantity, right, where you can choose, and it will tell you how much margin are you going to consume, right? So let's say I want to say that I want to have 1000 euros to buy, right? So if I'm buying 1000 euros, my total margin consumption is $6 out of the available margin, right? But if I go here and I select euro, right, euro versus dollar, right, I click on new order, right? Now, sorry, not this one. Why is it not? Maybe there's other euro, right? Let me just add euro. Maybe we don't have it. Symbols. See, now it is like a kind of a situation where I'm not sure where to find that product, so I have to go and search it. I cannot just type it and I'll get it. So let's say euro CAD, euro GBP. Okay, let's just try to find out here. Where is it? So let me just say show all, and then I have these indicative pairs, and then I have right, so these are my currencies. So euro versus dollar, right? Now let's say I want to open a new order. So I now 0.10 means how many quantities, right? You do not know, right? It is not telling you that 0.10 means how many quantity are you buying for euro against dollar. So you have to go click a right click and go to specification, and then it tells you that the contract size is 100,000. That means if you select one here, if you select one here, that means you are buying 100,000 euros. 100,000 euros. So you do not know that, right? And you by mistake click on one and you bought so much quantity, and if you are having a $1,000 balance and you're buying so much because you have higher leverage, you might get liquidated in a seconds or in few minutes. So this platform is not telling you that how much margin are you consuming and what does one means. You have to go right click and check the contract specification to know that what is the quantity means, right? This is one demerit you can say, or you have to go check with your broker and ask the specification of each product and understand what it is, what that one means, right? But here it's upfront. So if you're buying 1000, that means you're buying 1000. It is not point nothing. So let's say if I want to enter 0.1, I want to understand what it is. It will not allow me. See, it says that the size is too small, minimum is 1000. So you have to click on 1000. And now you want to know that, okay, fine, how much is the leverage on this particular product, right? So you go to market info and you will get that. So you have a leverage of 1 to 200 on this particular product, right? But you do not have that information here, right? So if you go to Euro USD, if you go to Euro USD, click on right specification. So it is not telling you how much leverage you are having. It gives you that the margin is 100%, but it is not telling you that what is leverage you are getting, right? So the things are not very clear in MetaTrader 4, right? So this is just a small video. I'm here to explain you that as a beginner, you should always try to get as much information you can from the trading platform. And if the trading platform is not giving you so much information, you either try to look for it and understand it before you actually enter into a trade, or you can choose Capital's trading platform where everything is readily available on the screen. Okay, if you have any questions, do let me know. I will be happy to help you guys. Okay, bye bye, take care.